Hey Cancers, what's up? It's Shishi with She Reads Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Um, Today I decided to do the Ask Spirit what you should be aware of right now. Be cautious of. So that's what we're gonna do. I just did Scorpio's reading, so if you have any Scorpio in your chart, check it out. If you don't know too much about your birth chart, I posted the link to get your birth chart for free in the community section. The only thing you need to know is your date of birth and the time and place that you're born. Or if you got your birth certificate, it has all the information. So yeah, I just started on y'all reading, but my storage had filled up, so I'm gonna start over. All right, what does Scorpio need to be aware of at this time, Spirit? What does Scorpio need to be aware of at this time? I said Scorpio, sorry y'all. What does my Cancer placements need to be aware of at this time? I think last week I did the same thing, but I did it with Cancer, and I was saying I was doing Scorpio and I said Cancer. So sorry. What does my Cancer placements need to be aware of? What does Cancer placements need to be aware of? What does my Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising placements, North Node placements, what do they need to be aware of at this time? Table. Okay, losing yourself, fated to be alone, seeking perfection, and lone wolf. God, these are some lonely cards. Cancer, what's going on? Okay, losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. Fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. It's not true. Seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Lone wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Okay, so like with this energy, like of course with losing yourself, with all this single energy around it, like I feel like you're not getting lost in your partner unless it's a separate energy, and it could be, but if it's all the same energy, like you could be losing yourself with having these thoughts, that you don't, there's no one out there for you. Like you're meant to be alone, just just intentionally finding, like trying to find something wrong with someone, or, find a reason not to engage with someone. And I mean, you should have, a checklist, I guess. But like it says, everyone has flaws, I ain't gonna say choose only 5 must-haves, but like this probably isn't your first relationship or your first encounter with a person if you are on my channel. You done been through some shit if you're on my channel. Probably more than once if you're on my channel. Because I'm one of the people that likes to learn things the hard way, and I have definitely learned things the hard way, and that's what I'm here to be, your mirror, to guide you, to be your bridge, to walk over the hard way, to or not sit in it so long like I did. Okay, so so first off, before I even go to the tarot, I'm getting just be aware of your mindset. Be aware of what you're telling yourself. Because your mind, just like the tongue is powerful, your mind is powerful as well. You could just start manifesting stuff that you're thinking because you just put that seed, you just letting that seed bloom in your subconscious. but no, not doing that, Cancer. We got to get up out of this. So before you get too deep in it, that's what I'm here for. This is why I had the calling to see what y'all need to be aware of. Alright, so what does my Cancers need to be aware of? Can we get more into the spirit? Tell me more. What does Cancer placements need to be aware of? What does Cancer placements need to be aware of, Spirit, please? What does Cancer placements need to be aware of? What does my Cancer placements need to be aware of, Spirit? What does Cancer placements need to be aware of? Did I even shuffle these cards? Okay. 8 of Baskets. 8 of Baskets. That says a mouthful right there. A mouthful. Then Miss Ida here, the High Priestess. So with the 8 of Baskets, you know, that's just going where you are accepted, where you know, have a sense of belonging. Let's go to the 8 of Baskets. I want to read the whole thing. Okay. A man is seen walking away from a house. He is obviously an unwelcome visitor, as someone has placed hot foot powder on the porch to keep him away. There are many different recipes for hot foot powder, but the most common ones usually include pepper, salt, and sulfur. Positive. Becoming independent, moving on, leaving the past behind, try to find oneself, retreat, relocating, abandoning all that you have outgrown, and seekers of the truth. So yeah, like with this 8 of Baskets energy, like you have become very independent. You have become very independent. You may have physically left the past behind, but mentally you're still there with these thoughts here. So far, as I was still saying, like, don't let your mind take you back to a place that you've already retreated from, that you've already outgrown. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring your mental in the space where your body is. Don't keep thinking about that person or that situation that, you know, didn't work out, that didn't see your worth, that, you know, talk down on you because they shit ain't together. And, you know, you being the compassionate, nurturing, emotional person that you are, like, you may have put this person on this high horse, and, you know, he or she just started smelling himself and got you, you know, once they, you know, you don't got them feeling all high and mighty, like they the best thing since anything. Like, then guess what they do? Like, when they don't deserve you, they start telling you what you need to do about yourself. How, you know, you start seeing, like, how should I put it? Like, I'm trying not to go into one of my stories, but it's like you get in a relationship with somebody, and, like, say if this person was in like a negative mindset or just a negative situation, and you being a nurturing, compassionate person that you are, just emotionally stable person that you are, like, you weren't gonna let your person around you just feel like that. Like, you're gonna try to do and say things to make them feel better, to, you know, acknowledge their worth. And you could have lost yourself, you know, giving this energy to someone, giving your compassionate energy to someone because they were down on their look or they weren't doing so good. But then as the relationship progresses, you end up losing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You look in the mirror, you don't notice yourself. You don't know how you're moving. You don't understand how you got to where you are because you don't put so much into this person. Now this person, they ain't down on their luck no more. They got this sense of entitlement. Like you owe them something. So, I'm just saying, yeah, don't lose yourself in anyone. And you're not fated to be alone. If you want to be alone, that's something different. But fated to be alone, no, you're not fated to be alone or alone wolf. Cancers, you are meant to mother, nurture, be compassionate, show love. You're not fated to be alone. There's someone out there that knows your worth. Will they be perfect? No. But they won't have you second guessing yourself. Second guessing yourself if you belong, if you deserve, you know? She's gonna piss me off. Anyways, okay. Alright, Spirit, tell me more about what Cancer should be aware of. Can you give me more on this energy? Can you give me more on this energy, please, Spirit? Can I get more on this energy, please? Can I get more on Cancer's energy? Can I get more on this? Can I get more on... Can we get more on this energy for Cancer? What's going on? I'm going to clarify the 8 of Baskets or get more on this energy. There we go. Hierophant. Them bones. Look, 2 major cards popped out just like that. Judgment and the Hierophant. Them bones and Bishop C.H. Mason. So, 8 of Baskets, like I said, you just finally forgiving yourself. You moving on to where you're welcome, where you're appreciated. Them bones, judgment. You know, you doing, being what aligns with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't, yeah. Okay, but we're going to go to both of these. Bishop C.H. Mason, that's like the Hierophant, High Priest. Why am I in them? Should be the front. Okay. Alright. Oh, past them. Okay. Because right after the Hierophant, what is it? The Lovers? So, you know? Alright, so the Hierophant, it's a long ass story. We just go to the meaning. Okay, so y'all ready, Cancers? Let me read it to y'all. Okay, so when you receive Bishop C.H. Mason in a reading, you're being asked to humble yourself and trust the teachers, guides, and elders of your community. This is no easy task in an age when no one wants to be told what to do, and authorities of all types are subject of deep suspicion or outright hatred. This is especially true if said authorities are representative of so-called religions. While there is excellent reason to be skeptical of anyone attempting to usurp our agency, we should not allow paranoia to become so crystallized in our consciousness that we end up throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We should not allow paranoia to become so crystallized in our consciousness. Because I was speaking of your subconscious. But once that seed is embedded, it's then at the front of your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's in your conscious mind. But Bishop C.H. Mason represents the conventional wisdom of any and all social institutions, be they universities, places of worship, or corporations. Basically, this includes any place with rules, guidelines, rites, and rituals that must be adhered to in order to be considered officially a member of a community. The bishop also represents unspoken rules, as they are often just as important. For example, a person attending a heavy metal concert in well-fitted khakis, a button-down shirt with a pop collar, and loafers will almost instantly be identified as an outsider. It doesn't matter if the person in the preppy clothes know the lyrics to every song the band performs. So it is critical to understand that no matter how free-spirited the individuals at the concert consider themselves to be, a what the hell reaction to the prepper dresser is indicative of still being part of a system. Okay, the bishop asks that you recognize the importance of group cohesion, cooperation, submission, temperance, and conservatism regarding the matter at hand. This is most likely not the best time to do you. Okay, so like this is a good time to just really figure out what do you believe in, like not what has poisoned or infected your mind because of the people that you dealt with, but what is it that you actually believe in? Like, go deeper and explore further. Alright, so yeah, and listen to what I'm telling y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, I have been through this shit over and over and over again. Like, I do not want nobody to go through what I've been through once. Like, if you get halfway there and you hear this reading, get the fuck out. Okay? Alright. And like I said, we know dim bones. It's just to focus on what you need rather than what you want. Okay? We already know that's what judgment. Judgment is doing what aligns with what your better self. You know, putting your ego aside. Alright. Yeah. Okay. And we got the free man at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. And you gotta put yourself out there. But let's clarify. We're gonna clarify them bones and Bishop C.H. Mason. Can you tell me more about them bones? Can we clarify them bones, please, Spirit? Can we clarify them bones? Can we clarify them bones, please? Can we clarify them bones? All right, Two of Knives. So making a decision about you know, what aligns with you or not. You know, okay, so this is about making a decision. You know, the two of Knives. It's not that you are stuck. This is about actually making the decision. I'm gonna go. So yeah, a truce, making a firm decision, renewed actions, lies being exposed, saying what you mean and meaning what you say, being in touch with how you really feel, facing the consequences of past choices, patiently waiting to see if things work out, anxiety subsiding, the time to move on in the crossroad. So yeah, like, beware of what you are thinking about, like, that you are obsessing over as far as your love life. You know, really consider what aligns with what you want. Really figure out what it is that you want, what you don't want. You know, it's a lot easier to point out what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? And stand on it. Stand on what aligns with you. Like, don't just sucker out. I hate to say that. Don't just punk out and, you know, just like, there's nobody for me, you know, or, you know, trying to find perfection in a human. You're not gonna find one, you know. And keeping all that compassionate energy to yourself. No, don't do that. You're not alone, wolf. Somebody needs your compassion. Somebody needs your love. Okay? Somebody out there is waiting for you. All right, Spirit, tell me about Bishop C.H. Mason. Bishop C.H. Mason. Can we clarify Bishop C.H. Mason? Clarify Bishop C.H. Mason, please. And clarify Bishop C.H. Mason. Nine of Knives. So, yeah, as long as you stick to what it is that you want, you know, as long as you stick to what it is that you want, you are doing things the right way, like, you're gonna have that feeling of renewed hope. You know what I'm saying? Don't just keep selling yourself short, if that makes sense. Okay, all right, don't keep selling yourself short. You know, forgive yourself for the mistakes you have made. Forgive yourself for the people that shouldn't have got a second of your time. Just forgive yourself. Like I said, like, you just never know the mask people have on until you get to know them. Like, people are going to put their best foot forward for as long as they can until they can't. And that's could have been what happened with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know that this person was what they were until you did. And when you did what you had to do. But don't keep yourself in this energy of, there's nobody for me, I'm gonna be alone all my life. Like, don't keep that in your head. Okay. All right. Anything else regarding Bishop Mason? Anything else regarding Mr. Bishop Mason, Spirit? Anything else? Alright, we got a daughter of baskets and a two of baskets. Yeah, so like I said, as long as you go by what's right, what you believe in, like I said, you're gonna get to this place of, I got through it. I said, you got through it. You're gonna have that renewed hope. You're gonna feel alive again. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll have better options coming in with this page of daughter of baskets. And look at that, two of baskets. There is love out there for you, Cancer. So don't beat yourself down over somebody that didn't see your worth, even though you saw worth in them that they didn't have. Don't beat yourself up because they didn't see your worth. Okay, so beware of your mindset right now. You know, just be hopeful for the future. Learn this lesson and move on. All right, Cancer, y'all know I love y'all so much. I hope this gives you confirmation, resonates. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with y'all next time. I hope y'all enjoyed the birth chart if you don't know yours already, and you can comment all your signs so I can kind of do a poll on what signs I want to add to the channel. But anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day.